Thanks for joining me on this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content on the channel. And also be sure to follow me on these other social media platforms. Links are in the description below. All right, now, yeah, this is a video I've been meaning to do for quite some time. I'm not sure what the title is going to be, but just as a disclaimer, if I just so happen to title this video "So Tyler Perry finally contacted me," or "I just got contacted by Tyler Perry," this video, I was not contacted by Tyler Perry, so I apologize if this is clickbait, but I really wanted to do this video because over the past several weeks during live streams, for example, whether it be on Instagram or YouTube, a good portion of my followers have been telling me, like, hey man, Tyler Perry needs to contact you or put you on board for the writers, or just, content. It's like you had the biggest have and have not channel. Technically, Ashley Miller, I believe, has like 56,000 subscribers. I got about 44, and she does review the haves and the have nots. However, I could be wrong here, but I do believe I have the biggest channel on YouTube that is primarily have and have nots based. I mean, like, a majority of my videos have to do with the haves and the have nots. Like, I used to do Payne's videos, the occasional "If Loving You Is Wrong." Then of course, I might talk about some anime, superhero stuff here and there, not to mention music. I need to really get back on board to my Liberty University videos, just talking about my time there. But yeah, I'd say about maybe 90+% of this channel is haves and have nots based. So technically speaking, I would say this probably is the biggest HAHN based channel on YouTube. And I originally started this channel because I wanted to make the transition from blogger to YouTuber, and it took some time, like a year and some change, but it did pay off, where I spent 3 years without making a dime blogging, and then a year and a half on YouTube, but then I finally got monetized, and then that's how I started doing this full time. But when I originally started, it was not with the intention of ever getting Tyler Perry's attention. It was just about creating a community so people who are addicted to the show like me could come together and talk about the show. Hence why I also have if I'm not mistaken, I had my Facebook page and Facebook group when I was blogging. So I was in Twitter, and yeah, and then when I got to YouTube, that's when I eventually got the Instagram account as well. But basically, spreading myself out, but really with the full goal in mind of just connecting with more and more and more and more fans of this great show. And like I've said before in a couple times in other videos, like, the YouTube channel for me is the cake itself. I mean, I've dreamed about being able to eventually work a job where I don't have to hit an alarm clock or punch a time clock or have anybody over my shoulder micromanaging me and stuff like that. And it's a dream come true. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be doing this primarily as my job for the rest of my life, but until something else happens, I am completely fine with this. Trust and believe it. Mainly because I'm not married, nor do I have kids, so I can make enough money to supply and support myself. But on the other side of that, it has, and keep in mind, like, this isn't a farewell video or anything. Like, I mean, at some points during this video, it might seem like I'm about to end things here with the channel, but that's not the case. But let me just say that it has been a tremendous blessing, not only being able to communicate with great people who are fellow fans of the show. It blows my mind when you all treat me, or some people, well, sometimes when I'm talking with people live, for like the first time, they treat me like a celebrity, and it's kind of cool because some people who say that they thought I was Tyler Perry or they thought I was Jeffrey, that's cool and whatever. But I mean, for the people who just know me as being a massive fan of the show and appreciate being brought into the live stream and whatnot, that means a lot, because somebody, just telling me they appreciate the channel or they love the video and whatnot, it really does go a long way, because it really shows that the work I put into this stuff is paying off. But then on top of that, being able to communicate with a lot of the cast members on a somewhat regular basis does mean a lot to me as well. I mean, it is just nothing but amazing to actually talk with these people. Some of these people, like a Derek or Tony, just to give a couple or Vinny, who I talk with, I would say the most at this current date, state and time. Even if I met them in person, you know, I feel like I can't say like I know them super well, but I just know that they seem to be very, very generally good people and are very open and, you know, to questions, just talking. Even if I met them in person, I would still be a bit starstruck. But keep in mind, like if I met like a Veronica or Hannah, I would just want to give them a huge hug. You know, it's just, I don't know why, but just seeing how they interact, and Catherine too. But you know, it really is cool to talk with a lot of the cast members, quote unquote, behind the scenes, due to the fact that I've been involved with this show so long as a fan, as an addict, as a theory buster, if you will, that it is really great to get to know these people as people, not as their characters. And it really does make me smile whenever I see it. I got a comment from one of them, or they like one of my comments, or we're tweeting back and forth. So that has been amazing. And of course, you know, getting some autographs during my birthday was just a blessing in itself. But the big question that people keep asking me is, why hasn't Tyler Perry contacted you? Have you tried to audition and stuff like that? Again, I am not looking for that sort of recognition. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and say that I haven't thought about it several times before, but given the fact that this man is such a powerful beast, if you will, within like the entertainment business, it's hard to stand out. I mean, I remember when I was blogging, I thought it was impossible, but now on YouTube, I do have a decent sized following. Yeah, it's not like 1 million subscribers, but 44,000 subscribers and counting is nothing, you know, to shake a stick at, especially when it's a channel dedicated to Tyler Perry content for the most part. I mean, the disclaimer there that I do non-Tyler Perry stuff every now and then, but yeah, I mean, the fact that a lot of people tell me, and I remember back during my blogging days or when I started doing videos, people thanking me. It's like, look, you've been doing nonstop blogs and or videos during the hiatus, and your content has kept my interest in the show, or your content has kept me up to date. It's like I go back and look at an old video or an old blog from like season 1, season 3, and that refreshes me to what's going on now. Or even a newer fan is like, hey, I came into the show during season 4, but after looking at your videos, there's a lot of stuff I didn't know about, so thank you for doing that. So it's just like, for me, whenever I do a video, or even during my blogging days, I don't like to look at my old work. Like when I'm done with something, I'm done. But to have people go back and comment on that stuff from years ago and just tell me how good it is, it really makes me smile, because those videos still have an impact, those blogs or whatever. But at the same time, I'm really glad, because okay, if they thought that was good, then the videos I'm doing should be great, because I can tell that I was getting better and better as time went on. But on top of that, getting the nod, well, I know that Ashley Miller got that. I know she did a video saying she got a phone call from Tyler Perry. Did she meet him? I don't know. I think I saw a picture of somebody with Tyler Perry as like their profile on Twitter. I was like, yo, that's amazing. But I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I wouldn't want it to happen. But at the same time, I'm really not looking for it to happen. Like, I haven't aggressively tweeted Tyler Perry videos. Like a couple of, if you go on my Twitter, which I do tweet a lot whenever I'm doing videos and whatnot, like I'll include sometimes the cast members, sometimes you know, like if I'm doing a Veronica video, occasionally I'll tag Angela in them. Occasionally I'll tag Tyler Perry, but that's very rare. Sometimes I really only do that if I'm tagging someone who I know is pretty good about tweeting back, meaning that Tyler Perry would get the notification. So it's strategic, but I have never contacted Tyler Perry Studios directly with information about how I can get myself known or whatever like that. The only time I've contacted Tyler Perry Studios was towards the beginning of my YouTube time here. Just to get an understanding, because all my videos were being like stricken with demonetization. But then I told them I wasn't posting full videos or anything, and we got that agreement squared away, and it wasn't like a contract or anything where I got paid. My channel was on a watch list, so it wouldn't be demonetized, because Tyler Perry Studios has their system set up to knock stuff down automatically for copyright and whatnot, because people out there do post full videos. But that really doesn't answer the question why there are still a ton of YouTube videos out there, YouTube channels out there where they clearly post full videos. I remember a time where I actually did a video talking about being disappointed with Tyler Perry Studios because I put a lot of work into my content. I never post full videos, but I'm still getting videos taken down. But that time has passed. Luckily, as everything is good to go. But at the same time, I did go through a dark period where I was about to quit the show. Like, I was like fed up. I'm like, I think this was before I quit my job, I think. But at the same time, I was really pissed off because as a major fan who was doing this for the network, so to speak, and to keep the show alive even during hiatus, to be stricken down like that was really pissing me off. But, you know, that was a dark period that luckily has passed since. But, you know, everything on the channel now is pretty damn good. So, yeah. I mean, I pretty much talked about everything in regards to what I love about doing this channel. But not to banter on or beat around the bush, but the question remains, what would happen if I were contacted by Tyler Perry? Wow. I can't sit up here and say, like, if it was a phone conversation that I would be able to compose myself entirely because I'd be losing it. But I mean, I'd be freaking out over like just a simple tweet or something like that, or yeah, or even like being invited down to set while they're filming. That would be incredible. True, I could see the possible problem with that, especially if he recognizes me as being someone who creates theories. So me being down there, seeing the cast, I could tell who's going to be alive and who's not. But I think that's kind of that doesn't really matter at this point, because most of the cast members have already been publicly posting pictures and whatnot behind the scenes. So we kind of know who's there, who's not, who's going to live until season 7, and so on and so forth. But at the same time, I would not be against at least seeing a couple of scenes being filmed. No cameras or anything, of course, only taking photos if given permission. But at the same time, I would just love just a one-on-one time with like some of the cast, or just talking with Tyler himself, you know, just getting like I feel like, what was that? Kronk's New Groove is like getting the thumbs up from Poppy. It's kind of like, you know, hey, I checked out. I've known about your channel. I appreciate the fact that you're a massive fan, supporting the show and things like that. And I love your theories. And I mean, to me, that would be pretty damn awesome. I mean, it doesn't have to happen, but it's kind of like, you know, not doing things for the recognition, but just doing it because it's either the right thing to do or you enjoy doing it. But sometimes that reassurance is what keeps you going. But I will say that getting the reassurance from you all does help me. I mean, that's what's really taken me this far. But I think sometimes, I'm not going to lie, I do get a little bit of a chip on my shoulder when I notice that sometimes like Tyler Perry shares videos of different channels and whatnot. And really the only times I've really noticed this happen is when a couple of like YouTube channels were doing like discussion videos on the movie Acrimony as to whether or not Melinda was right for expecting a part of her ex-husband's money and stuff like that, because she like invested in him, so to speak. And even on his Instagram and Facebook, I do believe that he recorded a video of some fans, or I think there were like 4 women outside of Tyler Perry Studios, you know, just taking photos and whatnot. And they were having a discussion about it. And I'm just like, come on, man, that you can give a brother at least like a shout out, or at least share one of my videos. Like, hey, if you love the haves and the have-nots, you should check out this young man's YouTube channel. He talks about theories all the time. That would be enough for me, because as you all know, 100,000 subscribers is my long-term goal for the channel. And I know like getting like the free publicity, if you will, from Tyler Perry would help me get closer to that. I mean, yeah, it is free publicity in a way, but at the same time, I'm literally talking about his show. So that would kind of really seal the deal. I mean, if nothing else happens after that, then whatever. But just to get that boost in recognition, because there are so many people who watch the show yet don't even know about this channel. I am happy that the show is finally on Hulu, because hopefully that means more people will be finding the channel when they YouTube the haves and have-nots, and one of my videos or the channel icon pops up for them to click on. So yeah, it does make me feel some kind of way when it's like, yo man, like that channel with the acrimony video only has like a couple thousand subscribers and I'm almost at 50. How come I've never gotten a shout out? I've been doing this for years. Sometimes I do feel that way, but a majority of the time I just keep trucking along. It's like the little engine that could. I just keep, you know, I think I can. It's like, no, I know I can get to 100,000, but you know, I know it's going to take work. And to finally get some sort of recognition from Tyler Perry, that would be amazing. Not something I'm demanding or expecting, but you know, if it happened, it would be nice. So I feel like that's the best way to put that. Would I ever be on the show? I kind of feel like Jeffrey Owens, like how he reacted to it, like he didn't want a handout, but he wanted to go to the audition and earn it if he truly was the best one for the role. And being such a major fan of the show, like, don't get me wrong, like if it was like a background role, like I'm a walkthrough character or I'm sitting in a restaurant, oh, I'm cool with that. But in terms of like being like maybe on the show for a couple episodes, I would only do it if I was deemed worthy, because I am not an experienced actor or anything like that. And I love this show too much to just jump in there and then screw it up. I feel like, you know how Chris Tucker in his Netflix comedy special was talking about Michael Jackson, how he was in the video for You Rock My World, and he was about like, Michael, I'm so happy to be in this video. It's like, Chris, believe it. Chris, believe it. You're messing up this video, Chris. See, that would be me. Like, I would be so excited to be sharing a scene with like either a Candace or a Veronica or a Catherine. I would be losing it. But, you know, as long as I kept myself composed and whatnot, and if I did a good job, I would love to be on the show. But it's not a requirement, because again, I love watching the show and breaking it down. And some people say never meet your heroes. That's true of some cases, but I mean, hey, Tyler Perry, I would love to meet the guy, at least talk to him a little bit, or in this case, just to get a shout out, him sharing my channel or the video or whatever, I don't know. But in any case, long story short, it would be awesome to be contacted by Tyler Perry. Not a requirement. I would love the recognition just for the sake of helping the channel get boosted in order to get more fans on board, because this is a great place to keep the show alive. I mean, it's one thing to watch the show, but it's another to talk about in-depth discussions, Easter eggs, theories, and whatnot. But that's pretty much all I had to say about it. So for everyone who's ever wanted to ask the question or has yet to ask in the live stream, this video should pretty much answer all the details about how would I feel, or have I ever wanted to be contacted by Tyler Perry, work on the show, act on the show, and pretty much everything else under the blue moon. Write for the show, again, I'm not experienced, but to be honest, I would love to be in there just to help for the sake of continuity, because sometimes things do not line up or make sense. But, you know, whatever. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Once again, I hope everyone has finally received the answer they've been looking for. What can you do to help? Like, I know there'll still be people like, yo, man, I hope you deserve a shout out and whatnot. That would be great. Best thing I can do, I mean, if you want to really help make that happen, you know, just share links to my channel, tweet them to Tyler Perry, send them to him on Facebook. I don't mean to like attack or spam him, but to be honest, I don't know any other way. I literally have no other way. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, yeah, whatever. But hey, I'm just going to keep on doing what I know how to do best, and that's trying to provide the best content on this channel possible about a particular show I love. If there's another show that comes out and I get recognition for that quickly, I ain't gonna lie, I'll probably jump ship and go to that one. But whatever. So Tyler Perry, if you're listening, love your show. I would love to hear from you at some point or another. If it never happens, I still love the show anyway. I'll be supporting your projects. Make the pains better, and I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.